frame here. I've been lucky enough to get myself out for another wild camp. We've traversed a bit of the bog, but we're still stuck trying to get across this stream. It's really swollen, and testing at the walking pools is more than a foot deep, and my little legs can't jump across that, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. So just to make things a bit worse, folks, I've lost the dry bag that covered my camera. My extreme mitts have went through part of reason, and I've lost the mount. It's broke. That mounts the Rode video mic to the camera. So this is a little stream you can normally just jump over, and it's I'm going to have to do a bit of plodging, I think. Right. It's going all the way in. The pole is going all the way in. It's the whole stream's just like become a huge boggy area, more than a foot deep. So we're going to try and walk around it. I don't know where this is going to end up. So folks, we're now on plan B. We're hiking back to the car. We're going to try and find out a sheltered camping spot at Hilleberg Woods, and maybe even Ros Castle, because I know underfoot it's not too bad there, but this camp is not turning out how I wanted. Right folks, we're in the Woodland now, and I don't know if I said it before, but I'm out with the fabulous Mountainhopper 57, whose channel is doing very well indeed. So it's been a long time since I was at this woodland, and I can't really remember it. So this is just a bit of an exploration to see if we can find somewhere, you know, discreet and sensible to camp. And there may not be, and in that case, plan C, I think it's going to be camping on top of Ros Castle. So I've got to be honest folks, I'm still trying to work out whether I'm enjoying this or not. And I think I am enjoying it, but I'm not enjoying it as much as my usual camps. I'm just reminded of how bad Storm Arwen was a couple of years ago. There's still just so much damage from it. I think the damage will be there easily in my lifetime. And so far, I'm not really seeing anywhere to camp here. That would be like a nice place to camp. You can always get down somewhere, can't you? But this bit here is just really steep. And down on the other side, it just seems really boggy. There's a side track up here, and we're just going to check this out. It's just, if you step off the main track up these woods, it's really boggy as well. I've never really been close to not finding a camping spot before, but you know, I've lost not only my microphone mount broke, but I put my Rode microphone in my pocket, and it's dropped out somewhere on Bewick Moor, so I've lost that as well. And it's just, it seems to be like lots of little things conspiring against us, but we still hold out a bit of hope yet. Frost 2024. Right folks, I mean it's still raining, but it seems to be easing off a little bit. I say that with a hint of optimism. And we're going to try plan C. We're going to hike up the top of Ros Castle, and if it's waterlogged up there, I think plan D is I'm going to drive home and have a pint in the Optimist with my beautiful wife. So actually plan D wouldn't be all that bad, but let's go to Ros Castle and see where we are. It's just terribly boggy here as well. This is normally completely dry. Here's another new little stream to cross. So it's not looking too promising up Ros Castle, because I'm just 50 yards from the top and there are streams coming down the path. Adrian's just shouted spot on, so that sounds like could be good news. It does mean I'm not at the pub the night with my wife. Like, I'll spend, whoa, yeah boys, I'll spend the night on a absolutely rain-sluiced hilltop in a tent with Adrian and his tarp on the other side of the wall. That sounds like a much better deal. I've just been treated to a mountain hopper recipe. I've forgotten what he said. Some condensed milk, coconut, raspberry, chocolate. It's one of his trail recipes. It's pretty good. I can see exactly one castle, and I'm standing on it. You know, them glasses spend up more time on the flipping ground. Got the Hilleberg Akto with us today. It's not a perfect tent, but I trust it in foul weather, and I'm glad I got it, and I am grateful for how quickly it goes up when you need it to. So I did want to bring the new tent I've got, the Fern Gokotta, but it's a bit untested and the weather was up to 40-mile-an-hour gusts and quite heavy rain, plus it's in a pitch first, so that's not something I wanted on a night like this. So I'm glad I brought the hilly out. It's got its place. I'm glad the hilly's got a big vestibule as well, because I'm sitting in the vestibule on that expert foam mat now, and it's the first time today I've been out of the wind and the rain, and I'm grateful for it. I even take back what I said about my extreme mitts wetting through and giving us cold hands. You know, I put them back on within a couple of minutes. They were still wet through, but they'd warmed my hands up. They just work when they're wet as well, so they were great. But I don't know what to do, because my underpants, my pants are just soaked through. I've not got a spare pair. I nearly did put some long johns in, but I thought, nah, it'll be fine. Well, it's not fine, because I'm sopping wet from waist to below my knee, to where my gaiters start. And I'm in the vestibule now. I haven't got into the sleeping area where you are, because I've just wet the thing. So I don't quite know what to do. It always works. It'll work out. It's just nice to, you know, be in a shelter and hear that rain on you. It's just, for me, one of the best things about wild camping is to be so close to nature and hear the weather, but be cosy, and it's great. Adrian, mad lad that he is, he's the tarp and bivvy master, and he said to me that he doesn't think he'll ever use a tent again, and I sort of believe him, because despite the forecast and despite, you know, this is plan C, we couldn't camp where we wanted to camp, we couldn't even get there. He's just brought the Dutch Army bivvy and the ultralight DD small tarp, and he's just pitched a few yards that way in the, you know, the rectangular, the corner bit that the little, it's not a shelter, it's a little monument thing makes. I can't get my words out, I think my lips are cold. Look at the weather out there, look at the cloud, and it's just starting to lighten the rain a little bit. But of course, Mountain Hopper 57, Adrian, he's a proper mad lad. He's not on a tent, he's in his tarp and bivvy. You've got to admire him for the tarp and bivvy. Gets a lot of followers for it, and I think he's the master of it now.
So look at this weather now, folks. The dark skies have moved on and we're getting some beautiful bright sky and white clouds over here, and it's really windy as well. So the good thing about the wind is that I'm just hanging about outside getting the wind to dry off my pants before I go and settle down in the tent for good. It's actually an hour and a half before sunset, and it's getting really beautiful out there, but really cold. My pants are damp rather than saturated, so I've basically come in the tent for the night. My boots are, you know, they've been wet all day, and no matter how good your boots or your gaiters are, they'll wet through, and they've been wet for hours now, and they're now turning like blocks of ice. I need to get my boots off, get some dry socks on, get in that sleeping bag and just get some bait on. So I'm getting in the bag for the night, and I'm going to be glad of it, because today's been wetter than an octopus's belly button. I mean, there's been floods everywhere, and in retrospect it's a bit crazy that we're, you know, ever came out. I mean, it could be the roads are flooded on the way back. I know the spine road, the A189, is flooded for big stretches, and there's big tailbacks, and it's causing trouble. So, you know, I'm going to have a good night now. I just hope I can get back in the morning. But I'm not at work till Sunday, but I'll run out of food if I can't get off the hill. For a starter, I'm going to have this cold press turmeric shot. I'm not drinking much on wild camps these days. I want to be healthier, so I'm drinking some turmeric thing. We'll see what we think of that. For main course, I'm going to have these Greek meatball things that I found in Lidl's, and I'm just going to have that with a bit of instant mashed potato. And for pudding, of course, I've got high protein chocolate and banana, so that should see me through. And I'm going to drink a nice little Belgian choc mint options chocolate thing. Lots of my friends have got the Speedster Stoves Border Reaver set up, so I've treated myself to one, and that's what I'm going to use tonight. That's it. Feels like a pretty stable setup. Cool spoon, isn't it? The thing that's really nice about these is that it all comes as one kit, and it's very light, and it's just so quiet and stealthy. It's, you know, you can't see any flame, there's no sound at all, and it takes a bit longer to boil, but you know, when you're wild camping, you've usually got time to spare. It's a nice little setup. If I can figure out a way to use like a frying pan on top, so I can saute foods, you know, steak and fish and whatnot, then this could be a favourite setup of mine. Couldn't actually get my lighter to work second time, and I haven't got a backup, so I'm going to have my meatballs cold with my hot potatoes. It's not as bad as it sounds. I mean, the meatballs are cooked, they just need a little bit of reheating. I still think it's going to be okay. Probably would have been better hot. Yeah, so I've had better meals, if I'm honest. The rice chocolate and banana rice pudding was quite nice though. I think I just need to invest in a better lighter, even some matches. I think for the first time ever, I've been caught while camping, just as I was making me tea. I heard a whistle outside the tent, and I knew it wasn't Adrian, because it was coming from that direction. So it was like bit of a sinking feeling, you know, and I put my head out, and there was just a couple doing a late evening walk up Ros Castle and stuff, and just had a pleasant chat, and they wished me well and asked me what I was having for tea and stuff, and so that was fine. And they've kind of gone on their walks. I think that's okay. And do you know what? I don't even think they saw Adrian tucked around the corner with his Dutch bivvy. He's a stealthy so-and-so. I forgot about the turmeric drink. Let's have a try of that and see what we think. I'm having to keep my hood up because the tent fabric, it's not wet, but it's really cold. And it keeps on touching me baldy head. And I did have a buff to wear for the tent, but it was in my pocket and it got absolutely saturated. Where was it? Oh yeah, let's try this turmeric stuff. Cold pressed turmeric shot. Oh, that's really nice, but it's really bitter. Bitter as an ex-wife, that one. Not my wife. My wife's lovely. We've been married 31 years this year. She's great, and 31 years is a long time. I think I probably deserve a medal. But you can get used to it. It's nice. Ooh, ooh. It's lovely, that. From Lidl's. So I hope I don't embarrass anybody here, but I really want to thank everybody that's bought me a coffee so far. So that's Ken Phillips, Kay Runs, Kirsty, Mark Sweeten, Pete and Meg, Diamond Dave, Mark Wood, and of course Silky Nick. Thanks, Nick, and thanks everybody. It's really generous. Morning folks, slept pretty well last night. Slept the whole way through till about 4, then 6 o'clock, and I looked at my phone at 4 o'clock and saw there was a message on from a lad called Mark Wood, who said if I wanted a bail, I'll be welcome at Spilo Bothy. And honestly, if I'd read that message the evening before, that was really tempting. I might have actually gone across. But as it turns out, it looks like we've sort of rescued a bit of a damp squib and had a really good night at a really good place. And we've woke up to such a different morning. The rain's gone, there's a tiny bit of warmth in the sun, and the views are beautiful now. So I'm going to pack up, get home, and all my gear's going to be damp because of the conditions last night. There was quite a lot of condensation in the tent. And my sleeping bag needs a good drying out. Although it's down, it's got that DWR coat, and then it kept us warm last night. But luckily enough, I'm not out for a second night. So I'm going to get home, start editing this video. But before I do that, I'm just going to put the wood burning stove on and get that lovely dry heat in the room. But thanks for coming along last night. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed doing the videos, and I'll see you on the next one.